Hey people, so Kai's wonderful event is about to start. Free hunt. We just did his sweat event. That was cool. Got some sweat. Sold some sweat for 500 sweat for a pet of trap. Had a pretty nice week in EU. I got a big drake, storm drake, 1,100. No, not storm drake. It was a death drake. 1,100 peds. It was up a lot for the week. I did last night was pretty crazy. I finished the Stell VIP mission. I started off 350 sharks short, and then I started going. So watched a stream, and it was fun. Just chill. I was doing my own thing, but I kind of interacted with the stream, and I just kind of like kept going. And so I killed 350 sharks. I think I ended up about 100 pence up. Actually, it's pretty funny. I did not expect to be up. I was actually down for a while. And I got a global of around 200 peds, which floated me pretty good for a while. And then I think I was down going into the last 50 or so, and I got 2 globals in the last 50 and some mini. So seemed to end up a little bit ahead, but I was just happy that I didn't lose, because sharks are. I'm not saying that they're. Well, there's not a lot of good MU on sharks, So where's that achievement? I think we get an achievement, right? Somewhere. It's probably like a story. Yeah, Stealth VIP. So I got that. So that's pretty cool. Like there are 2 quests you can do. A big sort of Kara / Portal Guardian thing. Seems to be based on pets cycled, and then you get a lot of ammo and other loot off of it, or technically, I guess you could just get the XP. I'm too cheap. I wouldn't go for the XP. I mean, the XP looks really good, but I'll just go run the packages. So that was a big thing. Plus, like you get this. Actually, I can get more blueprints for the Ripper, Ripper Flyer, Sky Ripper. Those blueprints are actually pretty expensive. They are. I was also thinking about crafting some of them, but the blueprints are not cheap. So I got 100 of these blueprints. 2.5 ped each. That's 250 ped just for completing it. I mean, obviously, if I craft the Sky Ripper, then there's a little bit of risk in there. I mean, the Sky Ripper does have some pretty good MU. And obviously, if people really like it, you can burn through a lot of them, if they have money, And I could keep crafting them. So I might try crafting some of them. Actually, with the mining, I actually have extremely a lot of the resources I need already. So the one ingot, like I don't have any. Well, I have it on Arc, so I don't know. Like I didn't find any at all on Next Island. I've got some on Arc, and then I was like thinking like, well, like I gotta craft Illustria. But I mean that's the daily for that, so that's Oh, I still got my ammo on me. Yeah, we got 75k shots. But yeah, I like when you think about it, it was pretty insane. Because I'm probably say I was averaging 5 petakill Um, let's say I, cycled almost 1,800 ped last night. Is that right? 5 ped killed. So 300 is yeah, no, it was about 1,800 ped, 1,800 ped. So that was pretty big to get that done. I was pretty happy this morning that I woke up and a ton of stuff sold on the auction because I was like, between my shrap and pet, I was hurting a little bit after that hunt. I mean, not that I did bad, but it's like, it ends up all in oils and stuff. And I mean, I don't really want to TT it. I want to take it back to Cali. So I woke up this morning and then of course I went and looked at the Crystal Palace auction or listings, and I saw some. They weren't super cheap, but they were cheap enough that I spent like 500 pet on deeds, which is like, I had like 1,000 pet on my card, and then I, look at the Crystal Palace auction. I'm like, that's too good to pass up. I'm trying to like accumulate a lot of deeds. Ugh. I need to unload some at some point, but I'm like, for now, I'm just enjoying the income, and it's like if you get it at a good price eventually, when the time's right, you can offload some. Not only have you collected the dividends, dividends is the right word, I think. Payouts, I guess that's the more mindarchy thing. Not only you collect the payouts, you collect some appreciation when you sell. So. And I was also just like trying to. I didn't mind that I spent a lot because my biggest thing is like this past couple weeks I've done, to be honest, more of the game than I wanted to, and so I was almost thinking like today I was going to do zero hunting. Of course, that never really happens, but the point is I was going to really limit it. So I mean, but definitely I enjoy these events. So I'm not going to at all skip an event like this, but I'm not going to do any like I'm going to try not to do big hunting. Like I'm not going to do a street deal. I'm not going to do a dragon deal. I'm just going to be chill, hang out, sweat circles, not do a whole lot, or just log offline or do some crafting actually. I need metal residue for. I need metal residue for. I decide to craft some sky rippers. I probably will because I mean I've got everything I need. What do you need? You need Listrium. Press left Listria. I got a ton of this Sorensen stone I need for it mining. I got way too much of that. Danbury crystals, like, I got way too much of that. The only thing I don't have is Gazerite ingot, but I have got some Anarch, so I can bring that over at some point. So I have everything I need to craft a bunch of those. I don't know what the TT on them is, but I don't think I have any any residue, I need to get some residue together. So craft some of those. So I can do some of both. I can sell some and craft some. And obviously, I can get more of these blueprints. I don't know how many I can get, but it also kind of aligns with my goals. I've been thinking more and more like advancing all the looters that are similar together at the same time is good. So I think like, well, for example, kind of with hunting, you kind of got well, the most ideal way with hunting would be advancing 4 looters together. Advancing tree cutting, that's tree gathering, animal, mutant, and robot, because they're going to have all that crossover. So I think it's going to be super helpful if you've advanced all of them at the same time. So that's started to be my goal. Actually, some of my best mobs actually are my Pally. My only mobs which I really do good on Akali are farming comps to sell, and they're mutants. So I've been doing pretty good. Like I had a really good hunt Akali. But so actually, that Mutant Morse is on there. I mean, hopefully the blueprints do sell good, or the Sky Rippers sell good. Um, um, oh yeah, because I want to hunt the mutants. Yeah, get to level 30. I'm getting pretty close. And then obviously with the with this with the Laras, you know, that's gonna my robot's really far back, but I gotta work on that. So getting close to 195k skills. I guess I have my YouTube up. That's why the all right. I'm lagging. And we're off. But the whole thing, I think, is the obviously the looter is increasing your percentage returns over time. But I think you can get kind of clogged up, looter, which is why you see people getting huge globals. Like, I believe the loot pool is personal, so you're kind of getting back your own loot over time, which I think is also important. Why you need to be getting markup as you go, because say your payout is 97% long term. That means for each 100 ped you cycle. This is how I think about it. I'm pretty well expecting that my payout long term for animal looter is going to be something like 97%. So pretty much I need to get 3 ped MU for every 100 ped cycle. So if I can achieve that, that's essentially ped you gain from other players. But yeah, I guess we got weirdly disconnected from the team by the game. But essentially, yeah, so if I'm cycling 100 peds, I want to, over long term, get more than 3 peds back MU. So that way, over time, you can gain. And if your long-term return is 97%, you're always averaging, let's say average 4% MU long-term, then ultimately, if you're getting 90% return long-term and you have enough ped to cycle, ultimately you will, over time, always be making a profit. And so that's sort of my theory of the game, is you need to figure out approximately, and you don't actually have to be at that point. For example, like theoretically for me too, because this is a long term, I believe that the loot pool will correct you to that point. You just have to get to that point. So for a robot, for example, I'm probably not going to be in the positive right away. But again, if I'm getting 4 peds for every 100 peds I cycle, as long as I can afford the sort of cycle that I'm having, the losses I'm taking, eventually it will correct as my looter gets higher. You'll say around where my animal looter is now, 36-ish. Eventually it'll put me around that 97% return. And all of that will have been positive, So you have to kind of not say what. I think that's the thing, not look at what this hunt. Not look at the hunt in of itself, but how does the markup affect you long term based on where your looter will be? What if I'm getting any points for my mission? I don't know, because we're all here. Not getting. Are these even worse? These are brand numbers. Oh, it's 5 worse. I have the right kind of war. points. And I think I'd have to be like the highest damage or something, and we're all equal DPS, so kind of be a crapshoot if I got it. I enjoy all free events. This is really great that Kai is doing these sweating events. That's awesome. Great for the community, and also these hunts. It's just also, Big does things too. And lots of people do things, so it's really great the generosity of the community. There's also like a streamer. There's a streamer. I'm not gonna. Oh my gosh. So I was completely blanked. Yeah, I got a gun on a streamer stream, 30 ped. It wasn't great. Was it? I'm blanking. Oops. I can auto run it. But it doesn't drown for you. Yep, it drowns. Oh, Drainy. Yeah, it was Drainy. I got 31 pentagon. Really nice. Very generous the community here. Very nice gun. I've used it a little bit. I decided the Modek is pretty is pretty ideal for village boar. So I'm going to use my village boar. So it'll be slowly that I use the Modek. But I do the village boar most every day, Being a little bit away from that, but I really shouldn't. I think the village boar is my best daily. Long term, just has been for a lot of reasons. There's just the oil is a good percent of your returns. Especially, it's perfect for my setup, like Justifier A106. So I'm completely efficient. There's no regen, not much overkill. I'm killing them quickly, so I'm not taking a lot of damage in the pit. And then there's some MU in the mob. So it's just kind of, for me, it is like with the skills I have, the weapons I have, the pet reward. Some of the bigger pet rewards, they start to get a little bit lower. The reward as an amount of like the daily. So this one's village boar, I think. Well, it's not actually my strongest. My strongest, actually, if you go as a percentage, is I'm through the roof on yellow papoose. I'm probably like 140% plus return on those. I mean, you're talking about like when you're saying 140%, you're talking about a 2 pet. I mean, so there's no real volume to that cycle. Needless to say, I do have like if I ever like really was struggling on ped, I do keep. Why is it not? Oh my gosh, this is really bad. I'm not recognizing my alt key at all. Okay. So with the with the returns, I do keep just in case I ever struggling to keep an SI Scorpion and Z12 amp because if I was ever struggling, that would be the best daily to do every day to I can depot or something. I don't even perceive that. I'm like more thinking like do I want to frankly do I want to get into say a few $1,000 rings and some bigger guns and stuff, but to be honest, I'm like taking it super slow, I think am I the only one on this one? Okay. I've really been like past month I've been checking, most weeks I've been positive. And there have been a few negative weeks, but most weeks I'm actually in the positive. Actually pretty decently in the positive. So I think I could at this point just play without depoting. But I mean I don't really have anything I spend money on, Um, I should get out and do some stuff. But I haven't, I haven't done anything. It's just been like, with like the lockdown. Well, since the lockdowns, I mean, the lockdowns ended, but I mean, it's like, I just haven't felt like, yeah, I'm gonna like, oh, I want to go out and eat in restaurants and stuff like that. I haven't. Yeah, this is a weird thing. I just become accustomed to eating at home. It's just weird. It's just, like I don't even. It's like I don't even think about going out anymore. Well, that's another thing too. Is like I don't like. I used to go out, out with my wife, and now, for being dead, she died a year ago. Uh, I don't even feel like going out because I don't like eating alone, in public. It's just weird. So I don't really have anything I spend money on, so I got a lot of extra money investing, doing a lot of investing, but like I'm also well, why do I keep investing? Because like at some point I'm just like, what's the point? I mean, I'm not at that point exactly, but I mean, at the rate I'm going, it's like at some point it's just like if I'm not you money, you know, um, at some point it's like, why do I even need these investments? Because at some point it's like these investments are going to produce more money than I actually would spend in a year, So it's like, why? I don't even know. I'm not even sure what I'm doing, It doesn't even make sense exactly. Um, Not exactly at that point, but within maybe a few years, it's like, I mean, why make the investing? It's like, am I going to retire? Am I going to try to retire? That's another question too. Is like, am I going to try to retire, say at age 45 or something? I mean, I could. I think I could do it. I could retire at 45. Do I want to? I don't know. A lot of questions I have to answer. That might be a little long. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'd be there at 45. Not sure. But I mean, the thing is like I'm just not sure what I'm doing. I don't even suppose this is the most rambly, morbid video ever. But We'll think about it. That's a really nice font. I like it. I don't know if we're gonna be cyclone. Doesn't matter. I'm up for anything. I like recycling. That's a little weird. Why not? And we just froze up. That's a lot. 286 after converting. Means we did pretty good. Maybe not as much as I thought. We got one big hit. This is, yeah, a little bit down overall, but it's been really solid. Very balanced. Alright, guess that's it. Nice hunt, a lot of fun. Well, it's a great event, and thanks for watching. If I decide to post it, just think about it. We'll see. Alright, yeah, until next time, guys.